Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching my channel. This is the Kevin Sullivan channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any video requests, please feel free to give me the request. I will do the video for you guys. Another thing, if you guys would like to email me, my email is kevinsullivan.youtube@yahoo.com. Simple as that. Kevin Sullivan, youtube@yahoo.com. So feel free to email me. Another thing, if you guys would like to donate, I have a donate button on the right hand corner at the top of my homepage, as well as is a donate link in every description box of every video. So every video you watch is a link to click so you could donate. It's every currency, so no matter where you is across the world, it accepts any currency. So ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be about the somatic narcissist. A somatic narcissist is basically a narcissist who is obsessed with the soma. Soma is ancient Greek. Is basically, it means the body. So this is what this type of narcissist is very well obsessed with. They're all about their body and sex. So the somatic narcissist is all about the body, the physique, and the figure. This is what's important to them. And this is how you're going to spot this type of narcissist, whether it's a somatic narcissist or a cerebral narcissist. So somatic narcissist, for them, is all about the body, like with how good the body look and what the body can do, and how good he or she, is at sex. That's what it is with a somatic narcissist. That's what it's all about. And from my experience of dealing with a somatic narcissist, they very hypersexual. Like this is very important to them. So if this is all they care about, so this is basically what your relationship would be like with them. And this is how they reel people in, about they their body, their physique, they figure. They always trying to strut and show themselves off to get you hooked on, how well and they look in their body figure and how nice and stuff they are, and they'll always be bragging about how good at activities they are. They into activities, they physique and all the things like that, and being in shape. So you'll hear them bragging about, probably how good at sex they are all the time, or how they are athletic with sports they do, how they achieve this in sports, how they did this, blase blase. So this is what their life revolve around. So this is where they expect to get their supply from, and their compliments and a adoration from. So, and they can, these narcissists, somatic narcissists, they'll have sex, have a whole lot of supply, whole lot of sex partners, which is they supply. They would just have sex with them and have all the supply to just show off their attributes of their body, of what it can do, how good at sex they are, and just to brag about it later, or just deal with them just because of that, So it's really meaningless and pointless. It's never going to be emotional connection or anything like that. And they're very boastful about it, and they're very looking for admiration about it as well. They expect everybody to be on board and praise them for of sexual, their physical attributes and things of that nature. I know the last narcissist I was dealing with, she used to always just brag about how good she was in bed, and how she was good at this, how she was good at that, how she liked doing this. That's all she wanted to talk about, like all the time. And she was definitely a somatic narcissist. That's all she wanted to talk about. That's all it was about. And they definitely use that for manipulation later on in the relationship anyway. When narcissists marry you, the somatic narcissists marry you also, like in sex as well. That's why at first it feels like the best sex in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because when they love bombing you and they first start to have sex with you, they marrying you and they paying attention. They analyze and analytic, and so they can know what you like and you don't like, which is only for their benefit, so they can look like they pay attention to what you like and you don't like, and what turns you on, and what's so grateful to you, and what you like the most. And it's really just to make them feel good about themselves. It's really not, oh, I made you feel good. I'm glad I could give you pleasure and make you feel good, and I know what I'm doing. It's more like, I know what I'm doing. I made you feel good. I'm all of that. It's all about them. It's not even about you. They definitely have multiple sex partners. Somatic narcissists have a whole lot of sex partners, and sex with them is emotionless. There's no emotions in it, and the same, they manipulate you during the sex anyway. It's used later for manipulation, like I was just saying, and you have to be careful so you won't get manipulated and hooked of the way of how they do things. Because it's the same way, it's the same way, how narcissists wear the fake mask, where they know how to engage with people and very charming and very charismatic, and getting people to like them, and pretending to be who they not and things like that. It's the same way of also in the bed as well, how they perform well, and at first it's going to seem like, oh man, this is the best sex partner I really had, in my whole life. But then eventually it's going to change. The sex is going to change. It's going to turn. It's going to be more cold, emotionalist, and eventually it's going to be nothing. It's going to be like, what did we even having sex for? This definitely that happened with my ex-narc years ago. I dealt with her for many years ago, and that's exactly how it was. It was like, at first it was a boom, it was awesome, and then after that it just became, especially with all the problems and then the drama, they cause, how toxic they are. Then the sex just really wasn't anything at all. It didn't even mean nothing. But then it got to the point to where it just was like, it was worthless. It wasn't no fun. It was pointless. So what you really are to the somatic narcissist is just a simple supply of a sex object. You just become an object for them to use you as they please, however they see fit. Just an object. They just use you for it. You know what I'm saying? And then the sex is not even good. It's not even about you. It's about them. It's about them getting off what they like, them having an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? It's all about them. It's not even about you. You're not even taking accountability to. They're not even paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? They just want to have sex the way they want to have sex and how they like it. And it would be that way all the time. First after is that high, like, oh, this sex is awesome. It's just powerful. It's wonderful. Then after that, then the sex it's not good at all. It's just not good at all. You know what I'm saying? This last narc I dealt with, she was the same thing all the time. All she liked to do was just lay on her back. That's all she liked to do. Very boring. That's all she liked to do. It's the same thing every time. Didn't want to do this, didn't want to do that. At first it was awesome, it was fun, it was exciting. Then after that, after a while, all it was is she just laid on her back, the same routine, very boring. It was the same routine every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just lay on your back, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this no more. This is, you know what I'm saying? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? And most somatic narcissists, they have, whether they married or not, or whether you engaged or not, or whether you just boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever you want to call it, they have many sexual partners, and they don't care if they married to you. They will still cheat. If they don't matter if y'all not married, and they'll still sleep with somebody else married too. It don't matter to them. They have a lot of sex partners, and they also, the somatic narcissists also sleep with prostitutes as well. So you definitely want to be careful for that. That's very risky and dangerous, but they definitely sleep with prostitutes as well. Because these different this different supply they got is as you know, a narcissist needs lots of supply. So that's basically what that is. It's just a supply. So they keep a lot around. You know what I'm saying? They keep, and it's a form of supply for them. So they keep a whole bunch of supply around, which for the somatic narcissist, sex is their biggest supply. You know what I'm saying? So They definitely don't want to date no somatic narcissist. A narcissist period, but especially not no somatic narcissist. And if the narcissist has you very manipulated and mind control very well, like some will definitely put up with the infidelity, and then just deal with them lying and cheating and then making up excuses and then apologizing for it or just denying it. That happens a lot. Like, it just, I went through that a little bit, so I know what that could be like. And once you find out that the narcissist has been cheating, a lot of infidelity, they will bring up all type of excuses. They'll apologize. One thing they'll do, they'll keep apologizing. It was a mistake, I didn't mean it. The other person didn't mean nothing, it just happened. Or they will abuse you for you confronting them and bringing it to them and you being upset and having a problem with it. The narcissist will abuse their partner or spouse. Like it's their fault that they're the ones who out cheating. It's horrible. And most likely they will really most likely rather just deny it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that wasn't me. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You lying. You know how they do the projection and all that stuff. Then they do the gaslighting. They flip it all around. Then they'll probably, like I said just now, they'll attack you, to take all the blame and shift off of them. Shift it to you, take it off of them, because they can't admit anything. They're always in denial. So they ain't going, sometimes they do, but most times they just, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. You crazy. You're seeing things. You are very jealous. You're immature. You're being petty. You're paranoid. You're the one who's cheating, not me. And they got, oh, this happened because I was over here. This happened. That's not what it looked like. All types of things. I know a story where I was living at, and it was a true known fact that everybody knew this lady, they were sisters, and the girl, her sister, right, she had a husband, they had kids, they had their own place together. So the sister, she lived in the same neighborhood. So the sister, who was single with kids, well, no, matter of fact, the sister was married too. You know what I'm saying? And had kids too. But the sister, she had an older guy, you know what I'm saying? And her kids was all grown. She ain't had no little kids. The other lady, she was married, her sister was married to a more younger guy, and she had kids, but they was young kids, you know what I'm saying? So the narcissistic sister used to be cheating on the other sister, used to be sleeping with the other sister, with her sister husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody kind of knew that already because they used to chill together. They used to hang out and drink, smoke together and all type of stuff. They was together like they was in a marriage. And one day she came in and she caught them in the sex act and caught them red-handed in the sex act, and they denied it. They denied it. She buzzed right and they got caught. And they both denied it like that. You don't know what you talking about. You crazy. Come on, you ain't seen nothing like that. You bugging, you crazy, you lost your mind, you seeing things, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? They very well that good at making you really feel like what you just saw because they so aggressive, like as if you really are lying or blaming them for something they didn't do. So they really portray that like they really play that well, like they take it real serious as if they got caught, but it's really that they get caught and they're gonna deny being caught rather than tell the truth. It's almost like you being caught for, it's like you're being accused of something that you didn't do, so you're aggressive with like, no, I'm not admitting to that, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be accused of something you didn't do. So with how it's almost the same for them, reversed in a way. It's like, I don't want to be caught. You caught me, but I'm denying it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And they're aggressive with it in that way, you know. And so, somatic narcissists, they also know and understand that sex is a very, very powerful thing. It's a very, very powerful tool. So they use this in manipulation to their victim/supplies. You know what I'm saying? So they know it plays a part in making decisions. Like, you know, they use it as a power tool, a power tool, and a way of manipulation to make decision making in the relationship. You know, so they'll use sex as to get you to control you and to get you to do what they want you to do and not to do what they don't want you to do. So they'll use it in that way. So they're very manipulative, and they don't care of, and they'll use it to dominate you, manipulate you, and control you. And also they, you know, and they don't care how, you know, it caused you pain or how much suffering you do. And when it comes to this, because, you know, they don't care. They're not empaths. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no empathy. They not empathetic. They not empathetic. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care with the pain that it caused you for this. So it's like, it don't matter to them. Like, you know, so it's like, you're basically is gonna be like just dealing with pure manipulation. They're gonna not give it to you when you want it. You know, you gonna be wanting it, and time go by, they don't give it to you, and you thinking, well, something must be wrong with me. Also, as well, they are going to, they're also going to make it seem like you're nasty or something wrong with you because you want to have sex with somebody you're in a relationship with, or that you married to or engaged with. You know, they'll sometimes try to make you feel like that. So they'll use it, and they'll not give it to you, especially if they mad at you or upset with you. Oh, that's it. You know what I'm saying? To where the point to where you like, well, if I want some sex, I'm gonna have to just give in. And that's another form of way they manipulate. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Especially when they go out and sleep with other people, because at first you build this big bond, this powerful bond, and this powerful bond, and then you well, facade bond, you really think it's a bond, but it's not. And then also as well, you know, because sex with them at first is amazing, you know what I'm saying? Because they're marrying you, they're very charming, and they're very analytic, they analysts. So they know how to, they find a way, the best ways to please you. All the things you like, they learn you very well. Then they use that, and so you're mind blown through the sex. So then that's how, once they feel like they got you under control, or they got you programmed or whatever, or manipulated well enough, then that's when they start the manipulation, and then they start that, and then it's and then that's what the relationship becomes. Because it's all about sex with them, but then they'll use it to control the relationship. So a relationship is all about sex, and then manipulation with the somatic narcissist. It's all about, you know, and then when they cheating, then, you know, after, like I was saying, you build this bond, and then it's so amazing. Then after that, you like, well, what happened? I thought it was that good. I thought I was that good. And, you know, and then they're having sex. So you like, oh man, they're having sex with this person. So you see how, well, supposedly good they was and the stuff they did. So now your mind running like all the stuff that they did with them, with you, they doing with them, and, you know, and then it's like, then to come and have sex with you again, it's like you just, yeah, it's just a whole mess. And I meant very powerful way to control, not sex as a tool. I meant to say they know like sex is a powerful way to control, you know, in a relationship. This, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is part 1 of the somatic narcissist. I will do a part 2. Comment if you have experience with a somatic narcissist. Also, you know, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and you can also share if you know somebody who will need to see this video. Everybody, thank you. Have a great day, and stay narcissistic free.